I know I said 21 million Bitcoins there will only ever be, but the way the blockchain works is these 21 million Bitcoins, they're released into the ecosystem every 4 years. And the way they're released, okay, they're released every 4 years, and every 4 years, the ones that are released, it's halved. So every 4 years, it's halved, and it becomes more valuable. Does that make sense? Okay. I'm going to leave it at that. That makes sense, right?
What happens when there's no
When it has reached 21 million Bitcoins, because it's being distributed, right? So people have these. There are people holding these, and people will sell and trade these. So once it's around 2040, these 21 million Bitcoins, they would have all been distributed. Everyone will just be holding them in the base value off these Bitcoins. You had your hand first.
Wait, so I know how you said like it's a non-profit, whatever, it's like whatever it is.
We're non-profit.
Yeah. You can sell you can sell to other people.
Yeah, like I hope
Sorry, it's like selling money.
you can do that. Those are one of the things. It's just like money. If you want, okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, right now you can't really sell paper to anyone unless you're selling like American dollars to a value that's not worth as much, right? But because Bitcoin is its own thing, other currencies are, because it's its own thing, you can, when you're selling to someone, you can sell it at a percentage. Like it's not free. That's your choice. But there is the option to freely make a transaction. It's just up to you. It's voluntary. That's another awesome feature. You can voluntarily be a part of the network, or you don't have to. It's up to you.
Mine's just like a matter of opinion, like anyone to answer. But literally you said that maybe one day it could become the universal ledger.
The world's reserve currency.
Since it's all digital, how do you think they'll implement it in countries that aren't as technologically advanced?
So I wish I had this graph to show you guys, but all you need is the internet. All you need is a smartphone. If you have a smartphone, not even a smartphone, if you have a phone that connects to the internet, you can be your own bank. Anyone in the world, doesn't matter where you are, if you have a phone and you have Bitcoins, you can be your own bank in your community because you're connected to the internet, you're connected to the blockchain, it's all safe. Yes?
Okay, so say for example, I don't have Bitcoin on me. So if I want to get Bitcoin, what do I do? Where do I go? How do I get it?
So there's lots of ways to get Bitcoin. First way I'd say is there are exchanges on the internet. You know, just type in how to buy Bitcoins, and people will give you lots of different answers. So there's exchanges. You know, you can link up your bank account, and you can buy Bitcoin, and it'll just trade your money for Bitcoin based on the value of Bitcoin. You can also buy it through your friends, just peer-to-peer. So if you wanted to buy Bitcoin from me, I can sell it to you. Or there are things called Bitcoin ATMs. So there are actually the first Bitcoin ATM was put in Vancouver, in Canada. And now there's roughly 15 to 20 Bitcoin ATMs in Toronto, in the GTA. There's 2 or 3 in Brampton. There's a couple in Mississauga. But they charge quite a hefty percentage. It's like 5% because they're trying to profit because it's so new right now. But once there's more competition, there'll be more Bitcoin ATMs, and they'll have to lower their fees, to more like 3%, 2%, so people can buy them. So yeah.
So I have to pay my currency money
Yes.
to get Bitcoin first.
Yes.
And then how do I find out? They say now, as your example, I want to buy a pizza now. How do I find out who sells pizza for Bitcoin?
So, pardon? Yeah, that person knew because of the internet. There's forums, there's chat groups, there's websites that connect the Bitcoin community. He found someone who wants to exchange Bitcoin, but the way you do it, does everyone know what QR codes are?
Yeah, the camera.
Yeah, it's a square. It's okay, I didn't know what they were until Bitcoin anyway. It's a square of like black and white.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you've seen those.
Take picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so what you do is, So they had the internet, and so someone sent so you wanted to buy from me. I showed you what my QR code looks like, and you use your phone to scan the QR code, and you typed in my address to send me Bitcoins. Through that QR code, through the internet, you successfully sent me the Bitcoins. It has to take roughly 10 minutes for the network to verify the transaction, but it's sent instantaneously. And so it's done through the QR code, and you have to know my address. But it's not an address as in my house address. An address is, so I have a Bitcoin address. It's a string of digits and numbers. Pretty long. I think 18, 20, it's not too long, but it's pretty long. And so that's what's used as an address. So the term is pseudonymous. You can find out who is behind it, but you have to look into it. But at first glance, obviously you're not going to know who sent it, right? It's just a string of numbers and letters. So that's how you do it, with QR codes and the string of letters and numbers with the address. Any other questions? Okay. I think did we successfully tell them what we want to do in the Brampton community? We told you guys we want to educate people about Bitcoin.
Yes.
Okay, so the more you hear about it, I know you will, the more you hear about it, just know that I'm doing this. And say, if you hear about it, think, oh, I heard someone's doing this, and refer a friend. I just want to get the word out. I just want to do as many workshops as possible. I'm trying to run meetups. I'm actually going to be putting together podcasts as educational information that anyone can download, listen to in the world. And that's how I want to educate people. And eventually I just want to build a whole community around it. But the idea, it's like Bitcoin, nobody controls it. Anyone can take what we're doing and educate people in another city or another part of the world. But they are going to have to use kind of, I don't want to say our ideas or rules. They're not really rules, just our ideology. We just want to help people, and we're doing it selflessly. It's not a selfish reason. It's like Bitcoin. It was given away selflessly. It was for the people. So we don't want to like profit from anything. We just want our organization to be able to expand to other parts of the world, because right now there is a social need that exists for people to be educated about Bitcoin, because there are actually a lot of people that know about Bitcoin, but they actually don't, and they're honest about it, they just don't fully understand what it means. So that's all. We just want to educate people about Bitcoin and join the Brampton community and use the Brampton community's resources. Oh, because I grew up in Brampton, that's why. And I love Brampton. I believe the reason why I'm doing it here is because the whole world is in Brampton. GTA is very multicultural. So if anyone wanted to learn how to send money to friends or family or set up something somewhere else in another part of the world, I know there's some relatives over here. It's very multicultural, it's very diverse, and that's why I love Brampton. And that's why I'm doing it here, as opposed to other places. Did we cover everything? Okay. That's it. Oh, this is my logo. So, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it says Crypto Kidz with K's, but crypto is spelled with a C, but obviously I made it like, yeah, and there's a C, and you can see like the capital.
So cute.
She made it, I didn't make it. That's my girlfriend. So, I know my strengths and weaknesses. That's why I need the help of the Brampton community, you know? I am not good at cryptography or creating art or whatever. I'm good at speaking to people, so.
So you said you're from Brampton, so which high school did you go to?
Well, I grew up in Brampton, but once I got to high school, I moved to, you guys probably don't even know where this is, but it's Caledon. You guys have heard of
Did you go to Mayfield?
Inglewood was where I lived.
Oh.
But I didn't go to Mayfield, I went to Robert Hall. It was,
Oh my God.
I know I said I'm very multicultural, I know it's like 90% Italian, but that was just the high school part. I grew up in Brampton, played soccer. Actually was a professional soccer player until I got injured about 4 years ago, so. But everything happens for a reason, and I wouldn't know what I know today, and I wouldn't know who I know today if that didn't happen. So I'm actually very happy that it did happen. But yeah, I went to high school there. But yeah. Okay, if you guys don't have any more questions, if you want, take down my email. That's my Twitter. I'm always posting informative tweets about Bitcoin, things that are happening. And then if you want any explanations, like videos to watch, I learned all of this by videos. I really suck at reading stuff and trying to understand it that way. I really need to hear someone explain it to me simply, and that's how I learned about Bitcoin. I can show you who I listen to, and it'll help you guys understand it better as well. I tried my best to give it to you simply now and why it matters, and I think I did do that, so my job's done here.
Thank you.